Today on Suncoast View, back to school week continues. Today a teacher helps us and our kids understand how all students' brains are not the same and how we can be more understanding in the classroom.
We'll also get a lesson in the biggest meteor shower of the year with South Florida Museum. They'll have tips on the best times to see the show in the sky.
And wait till you meet the newest and the youngest star on the West Coast Black Theater Troupe stage. This 10-year-old can really sing, and today he is right here with us. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Nate Jacobs from the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. Great to have you back.
Glad to be back with you great people.
Great show you've got going on.
Yes, it's so great.
It's fun. Everybody is loving it. I'm so very happy about the reception it's getting. So
Because you wrote it, you wrote the music, you directed it. This is sort of your brainchild.
Yeah, the one with the original music. I typically put shows together with other folks' music, but I wrote this many years ago, and I'm so glad to bring it back to the stage. And the guest star today is so very happy that I was able to offer him a role so he could grace the WBTT stage. So
Yeah, it's fun to meet the young ones, the kids that you're mentoring, so we're excited about that today. Something we wanted to talk to you about, auditions. You know, we were just talking about some people that we all know that have gone through the audition process. Do you hold open auditions for any of your shows?
Yes, every year we have, this year we had over 90-some actors, singers, musicians, and dancers come from all over the state of Florida. A few flew in from New York, and in our brand new building that we got, our professional studios, I was just so very excited to see us being able to offer more opportunity to these artists. But yeah, it's a strategic process.
I bet.
And it is very needful. Every year you have to look for the talent for these shows.
So you're casting right now in advance for the whole rest of the year.
All this upcoming season is all cast.
So you're looking. So from here on out, you would be looking ahead. When is the next
typically
major audition?
every July.
Okay, so you just
we
did
have
it.
the open auditions. They're announced. We also are we're Equity Theater.
Right.
So on the Equity website, that's where the people come from all over the nation.
Yeah.
They know what you're doing at your theater, and they're coming and set up an appointment to audition.
You know what I love about it is somebody who grew up as a kid in the theater, when you are a young person who then gets to work alongside these professional performers, and it just makes you a better performer.
It does. You being on stage with polished performers always is a growth process.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always.
Well, good. It's good to know that's a July event, so we can have people keep an eye out for that. I don't know how you feel about this audition, but we want to throw it out there. So American Idol is holding auditions in Orlando, and that is coming up August 25th. That is the closest to the Suncoast these auditions will get. Now, you remember last year's revival started its journey in Disney Springs, and now they're going to do it back in Orlando August 25th. You have to be 15 years old to audition. Nate, what's your thought on venues like American Idol? Do you have any issue with some of your performers trying that?
Many years ago, remember Star Search?
Sure.
I auditioned for Star Search and got some really good response from them.
Yeah.
Singers who go for those kind of auditions have to understand politics in the business, because a lot of it has nothing to do with your talent. It has everything to do with politics many times. I've done Apollo in New York and actually got on the show. And when I got on the show, was the reality of you also have to be mindful that you kind of know sometimes where you rate among the singers you heard, and then you look and go like, why did they pick that person? Then you find out that it was because of this and because of that.
Right.
So you have to be, have a lot of backbone, you got to have a lot of strength of character, and you got to stand in yourself when you do those kind of auditions, because it's not just about, you know, everybody has told me all my life I'm a good singer, so, you know, I'm going to go into this audition and blow these people away, and you're wondering why they don't give me a chance, and it's politics.
There's a lot to it. Sadly, a lot of the world works like that.
And it is.
If you have a 15-year-old performer, the option of going to American Idol versus going to, say, work at West Coast Black Theater, they're going to learn discipline with you. They're going to learn how to perform, and they're going to like get their chops up, as opposed to throwing them into the machine of American Idol. I don't know.
But it is a good experience.
They're good.
Yeah.
So they'll know they're good, and if they get rejected, they don't give up the whole thing. They just go on to the next step.
Because Christopher, you know, he did America's Got Talent.
Yes, I
Right.
remember.
And went
did
all the way
remember that.
through the
Little
Hollywood
Chris.
thing. And so that was another learning process about behind the scenes. It's a lot about the character of the singer, because they use that too as those
Your
artists.
persona. Right. All right, very interesting. That's coming up August 25th for anyone that is interested, and we'll, of course, be excited to see the new season of American Idol right here on ABC7. All right, we're also excited to see a good friend back in the kitchen. He is working away, so that means good things are on the way. Chef Paul Madison with us today from Madison's. How you doing?
Hey, Steph, how you doing today?
Good. What are we making today?
Well, we're getting ready for, we're doing a Halter Ranch wine dinner on the 23rd of this month, so we're doing a little dish from there, and it's cherry season, so we're going to do duck and cherries, and right now I'm making a little potato galette that I'll pop in the oven and we'll taste later along with the duck.
I like the sounds of all of this. All right. Great to have you here, Chef. Here's something we certainly don't like the sounds or smells of. It has been such a tough week here on the Suncoast with red tide. I know it is top of everybody's mind, certainly our businesses on the beach and our tourism. So we want to let you know a couple of things that you can keep up to date with. Moat Marine Lab is finding new ways to monitor red tide, and you can see it on your cell phone. They have launched an app that allows you to mark areas where you are experiencing the effects of red tide. That certainly helps them track where it's going and where it's coming. This new app is called Citizen Science Information Collaboration, or CSIC. So beachgoers can mark the spot if you're seeing dead fish or if you're having any respiratory problems. I think that's so important too, because as the winds change over the next couple of days, that tide issue may be moving further north. So this way we can kind of, help each other when we want to get out there and when we don't.
And it gives so many more eyes out there.
Right, yeah. So they've been certainly doing a great job there at Moat trying to track this, but they appreciate your help. And we're, of course, trying to track it and help you as well. We are extensively covering the red tide bloom. You can log on to mysuncoast.com/red tide to see the latest in all of the coverage. And we certainly hope that those winds switch and blow it back away.
Poor fish.
Yeah. Poor everybody. It's been so hard on the businesses, too.
Yeah.
When we first came down here, we walked into the hotel, and they said, "Oh, we've got red tide," and we looked at each other and said, "Great! Oh, this is going to be beautiful." We were thinking red sails in the sunset.
No, that's what I thought it was when
something
I came down.
nice.
You don't know, and you can look at the map and see the action, but you still don't know, like, okay, is that the action, and we can't even be near the beach at that point?
Right. Depends on the wind, depends on a lot of things. But either way, it certainly had a big impact this season. Well, it is time for our first hot topic. And learning to read is one of the most vital and difficult skills that students must master in the classroom. Florida is now making getting extra help a little bit more affordable. So students who scored a 1 or a 2, which is a failing score on the 3rd or 4th grade FSA, are eligible to get up to $500 to help pay for tutoring. Materials, supplies, everything aimed at improving reading skills. Now, it's first come, first served, and special priority will be given to English language learners. Here's the sad part. Last year, more than 187,000 Florida students failed the state reading test. That is sadly 10 times the amount that can be funded by this scholarship. Not easy to learn to read, especially for so many people where English is a second language. And I know that's where Florida statistically ends up so far behind.
Well, my grandson Leo had a really hard time learning to read in kindergarten. He said to me, "I don't want to go to 1st grade because I don't know how to read." And Kathy got him special help, a lot of special help. He was on the principal's honor list. He made straight A's, never made under an A+, because he got that help.
Right.
But without that help, he would have been struggling.
Yeah, and if you don't catch that early, I mean, it's not the same as math, where if you have a problem with math, it'll really kind of only affect math, that subject.
Right.
But if you are struggling reading is how you learn most of your other subjects at that age. So that could fall you behind, that early, and it's so hard to make that up.
And with 18 kids in a class or whatever the state number is at those younger grades right now, you can only get so much one-on-one help, but parents don't have resources, expenses, all that. I love this scholarship. It's only going to touch the tip of the iceberg, but at least it's something.
Right.
Yeah.
Get
I
out there and
wonder
get
how
it, though.
much, open book reading they do in school these days. Because you used to do it a lot.
We did
when
used
we
to.
were coming
Don't
up.
you remember being terrified, though? I mean, I was always a good reader, but when
reading
they
in
would
front
call
of-
on you
Yes.
to read the paragraph, I mean, your throat would rise up, and you'd be like, oh, this is terrifying.
Entire classroom listening.
Right.
Every word comes out of your
But
mouth.
I see little Leo in the corner reading. So
Yeah.
they still love to read,
Okay,
at least
But
when
if
they're
they
home.
gave you a reading assignment and then, you had to read that much on Monday night and then on Tuesday you had to then read this much, if you fall behind Monday or Tuesday,
Right.
you are just
If you didn't
behind and
understand
cannot
Monday, you aren't
catch
catching up Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
The good news is, I think, right, money always talks. So if this does well and the kids do well, and then they don't have to, it'll end up costing less as they go on,
Yeah.
either from not holding kids back as much,
Right.
then maybe they can throw a little more money to this program.
Oh, that would be a
hopefully.
great idea.
Can never have enough money to help in the schools, that's for sure. So the Blake Medical Center Trauma Team is joining with other Manatee County services to offer new emergency training for school nurses and the public on an interesting topic, bleeding. So it is all part of an initiative from the American College of Surgeons called Control the Bleed. They want to save lives by teaching the public to provide vital initial response to stop uncontrolled bleeding in an emergency situation. It is hoped that bleed education will help citizens save lives. Would you be comfortable jumping in to stop someone from bleeding out?
Not right now. I know you put on a tourniquet, but I'm not sure if you put it above the wound or below the wound.
Yeah.
So I don't know those little life-saving details.
I don't know if I jump in there with blood streaming everywhere. I mean, I'm just a little
Can I be
squeamish.
honest and a total hypocrite? I don't want to have to learn it, but I want everyone around me to know how to do it in case
For
I
you?
need it. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
know that that's horrible, and I hope no one else feels the same way I do. But if I'm bleeding out, I want someone to have some wider knowledge.
Or a nurse walking by. That's what I would hope for.
I probably wouldn't be the right person.
I think most of us are like squeamish about blood.
Yes.
My second occupation was going to be like detective. And I said, you know what? You're going to have a problem because the minute you walk into a crime scene and see blood,
Right.
it's going to be over. But yeah, definitely, I don't know about what I would feel.
Great thought process, and certainly educating Manatee County school nurses and things like that, beyond important. But that whole initiative stretching down to the civilians nationally, I don't know. I mean, great to try it.
Maybe you know how like they teach the masses CPR on one level, but then health professionals learn CPR on a
Right.
much deeper level. Maybe it's more like that. So maybe they just tell you when not to touch a wound and when to to tie above or below.
If it's bleeding.
Yeah. yeah.
I'm out. All right, well, hopefully someone can save us. So the happiest place on earth is not so happy when you are waiting in Disney's massive lines, but a new app can change that. I've been there recently, Nate. The new Play Disney Parks app keeps you busy with interactive games that change depending on your surroundings in the park. It features location-specific activities that play off the ride themes and even spaces around the lines, but they also work for fun at home as well. Now, here's the secret. The more you play on it, the more fun it unlocks for you at the parks. Guess Disney figures we're holding our phones in our hands anyway.
They might as well use them.
Do we like that? Are we? I don't know. When I'm at Disney, I don't want my kids buried in their phone.
Oh,
but
but
those
I want them to
lines.
be still and stand in that line because it's hard. I mean,
point.
those lines can be
yeah.
an hour or so long.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it is like right 2 hours if you go near big holidays, so it's
So
nice.
if you're finding a secret Mickey on an app, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I say, I paid for this ticket. You're going to see everything here, like it or not.
Doesn't matter how long the line is.
And you know, then they have these, what is this, the Fast Pass?
Fast passes,
And you're
yeah.
like, wait, I was in front. When you realize, oh, they bought a different ticket.
Right, they got a better trick than I do.
Which is, they're saving on their app anyway. You keep track of your fast passes on your app, so you might as well let the kids play.
Well, and these days everything is on the phone
Right.
at Disney, so you might as well have the app too. I guess you're right, anything to make the line go better. So a lot of people enjoy their jobs, but need to make more money. So when a job fair popped up across the street from her office, Janae Modest decided to walk over and apply for a position. Sounds reasonable. Well, she tried to be a little discreet. She quickly changed her clothes, and she went at lunch break. She was so busy applying, she didn't notice a local news crew. But later that day, her phone blew up as friends saw her in the news story about the job fair. Well, since the secret was out, she figured why not make fun of it on social media. Yes, it went viral, and yes, people in her office have joked with her about it. Ouch. Busted.
Those darn news crews.
Sometimes they are really dangerous. When I lived at near Sun Circle Park, a man went down to watch the sunset, so he and his girl was sitting there watching the sunset, and the paper took a picture of it, put it on their front page. That wasn't his wife. That led to a divorce.
Did he not see the photographer?
No, he had his back. It was the backs of their heads. They were just turned sideways.
Cameras
All
everywhere.
right, yeah, you better be careful. Keep it honest, people. All right, we're going to check in with our mid-morning forecast, and when we come back, we'll make the newest star from West Coast Black Theater Troupe's latest show.
Hello, I'm meteorologist Josh Stone, showing you that the red tide is in full force. Unfortunately, this is not a good report. Came out yesterday, anywhere from Manatee County down to Charlotte County. Along the coast, we have reports of the red tide being very high. And that's not going to be good, especially in our forecast, with the winds coming out of the southwest and west around this area of high pressure that's anchored off the east coast of Florida. So these westerly winds, if you are irritated and sensitive to the red tide, I know I am, I'm coughing when I get close to the coast, my eyes are watering, well, that westerly wind is going to move in and bring all that junk in the air inland. And last week we had a report of people complaining about it 10 miles inland. So that's unfortunately what's going to happen. For today's forecast, expect a few showers to develop inland. And we're talking about well east of I-75 for our inland counties, and some could be on the strong side.
A star is born. That's what a lot of people are saying about a steam-sealing 10-year-old in Rocking Down Fairy Tale Lane at the West Coast Black Theater. Sammy Waite plays Jack and the Beanstalk, and critics say the song Clarabelle, the love song that he sings to his cow, will move you to tears. Welcome, Sammy. We're so thrilled to have a new star with us here. Nate, how'd you find this guy?
One of my friends and patrons sent me a little video on my cell phone. It was upside down, and it said, "You have to meet this little kid. He is just meant for you to work with." And so I kind of turned it up my phone and heard him sing. He was performing at his school, and obviously he's very popular in the school system. And so not many days later, his mother called, Pam, and she said, "I've been told I need to meet you, and can we set up a moment?" And they brought him over to my office, and he got up and he sang, and you know, everything. We just happened to be doing a show this summer, and I told his mother, I said, "I think I want to work with him this summer. I think there's a role in a new show I'm doing, Rocking Down Fairy Tale Lane, and there's a role for him as Jack." She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes." So there it was, just
and the star's born.
time and chance happened.
Oh, yes. So tell us about you, Sammy. This is your first show?
This is not my first show. This is my first professional show.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, at 10, we expect you to be professional by now, right?
It was a really good experience for me. Like Nate Jacobs, he's a wonderful person. He's always smiling, and he just makes you feel good. He's a great teacher, and I've learned so much and grown throughout the whole month.
And now school starts next week, right?
Yes.
And you formed a singing group in that. Tell me about that.
Yes, I did, actually. Well, we started out on the playground. It started all with an idea. I told some of my friends, and we got a group, and then we just started singing. And when I thought they were ready, I asked the music teacher at my school if we could be in the performance. And she said, yeah, there's the Arts Fest at our school. It's coming up soon. You can practice in my room, and every Wednesday. So, yeah, that's how we started, and then we performed in.
And here you are. Well, we are so excited to hear you sing. So while you are getting ready to go over and become Jack and the Beanstalk for us, I want to tell you that you can see him in Rockin' Down Fairy Tale Lane at the West Coast Black Theater now through August 12th. Okay, Sammy, take it away.
Who thought that today we would part? Who thought that today I'd break your heart? It hurts me so to see you go. Tears in my eyes as we walk the road to the market. Clover Bell, Clover Bell. what I do. Please understand that I still love you so, and I'm still your friend. Sometimes in life, best friends must part, but you will always be in my heart forever. Cloverbell, Cloverbell, my best friend. Cloverbell, Cloverbell, today our love will end. Today our love will
I think I'm going to cry. Now you know why everybody is raving about Samuel. You can see him in Rocking Down Fairy Tale Lane at the WBTT through August 12th. For tickets and information, go to the westcoastblacktheater.org. Next, Mickey's back with the way we women can beat Father Time and stay and feel young and vibrant. But first, Sammy, would you sing us to break?
I'm so poor, I can't even pay attention. These tattered clothes are worn and old, they're nothing much to mention. Feel bad for me, feel sad for me, 'cause I'm the picture of empathy. Doomed to live in poverty. Unless some miracle would rescue me.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
Life stages can take their toll on a woman's body, from childbirth to menopause and every stage in between. There's a lot of different things happening inside of us, but our feminine health is something that often goes undiscussed and untreated. Beauty expert Mickey Williams is here to tell us about V-Fit, an intimate wellness solution for our pelvic floor. Great to see you, Mickey.
Hi, ladies.
So do a lot of women have feminine health issues?
Yes, and especially I think that, you know, what V-Fit is designed for are basically postpartum women who have basically just had a baby, right? So they need to kind of strengthen that area back. They're told to in the hospital, they're given exercises. But also this is also designed for perimenopausal and postmenopausal women, because a lot of times we lose kind of a lot of things that are going on down there.
A lot of things slump after menopause, that's the truth.
Well, basically, this particular area that we're in, you know, this Florida region, there are a lot of women who are super active, but they want to be able to get back their intimacy back, especially if it's just that they have had a child and they want a great solution. But this could typically kind of mean that they're just going to be sent home with some exercises, or they would have to go for kind of an invasive procedure before that we've even spoken about. You know, it's great results. We've talked about lasers before.
Right.
But what's amazing about V-Fit is it's the world's first hormone-free, non-invasive, basically wellness solution that you can do in the privacy of your own home.
All right, let's take a look at it. I know we have a good description of exactly what the different parts of V-Fit are, because obviously it looks like a wand that you would hold in your hand, but what are its different components?
Well, first of all, what I want to show you here, and I know that this is basically kind of, you know, it's got a little bit of a gentle vibration. What else is here is that we have this red light technology. Now, what's important about red light, and this is what's different about this, is that it has a gentle heat to it. It also has this slight sonic vibration, but it also has red light technology. And what red light technology is, LED, is great for is we've seen it tons and tons of times, and we've seen it from basically anti-aging benefits. What this does is it promotes collagen, it promotes your skin to strengthen itself, your muscles, and what's great about the V-Fit is you can see that the light is so very strong that it goes through the tissues of my hands.
Yes, I can
It goes through
So
the
the same
muscles.
technology that we use the red LEDs for the rest of our skin and body,
yes,
we're able to use that internally.
Absolutely, so that you can promote that kind of strengthening area with all aspects touch. So basically you have that right there, you're seeing the diagram, you have the gentle heat, you have that red light, you have the sonic technology right there, but then you also have this great kind of USB rechargeable solution that you have there. Everything is drawn out for you. You've got medical grade materials, and again, what's important is you've got lots of different settings. You've got different settings for your lights. You've also got different settings for the vibrations. Now, what they're telling you to do is to basically go ahead and use this. We've seen incredible results, first of all.
Let's talk about results. How long does it take? How often do we use it?
You're basically going to be using this for about 6 weeks, okay? And what women have said, now this was a third-party study, okay? 95% of women felt, you know, improved vaginal wellness. 89% of women experienced increased confidence with their intercourse, and 89% felt an increase in sensation, and 95% found the device comfortable to use. But what's more important, and that's just after basically a 60-day study, okay? What's really important to kind of see here is that you can basically do all of this in the privacy of your home, and you can make it work. And there's two options. You have the V-Fit, which you can order right online, and then you have the V-Fit Plus, which you can order from a doctor's office. And they're doing a special right now, which is great. It's called Suncoast Special.
Okay, I can't wait to find out more about that. And I like the fact that you do have the option to handle this in your own home if you'd like to, because sometimes it's a little harder to talk about.
Or go to a doctor's office and talk to somebody about it.
Exactly.
You have the options.
For more information about the female wellness solution, you can go to vfit.com. GetVFit.com. We'll be right back.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Find out first at 4 on the Suncoast with ABC 7 News at 4. ABC 7 News at 4 starts with a detailed look at your first alert weather forecast to help you plan and prepare. We give you a fresh, fast-paced rundown of the day's top stories and videos, including breaking news, live updates, and traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Paul Madison from Madison's Restaurants. And Chef, tell us about your Halter Ranch wine dinner that's coming up.
This is a great winery. It's down in Paso Robles, which is a little south of the Monterey Peninsula, down in that area. And they make great Rhone-style wines, some wonderful cabs, a little bit of everything. So Gene Zimmerman, who is their Southeastern Regional Director, is going to be here for the dinner, which is great. And great guy, a lot of fun. And the wines are fabulous. We're putting together a fun little menu. In fact, I got the potato in the oven already. I'm about to sear the duck breasts. I've scored the skin, and we did a little 5-spice blend on there.
Oh, yum. All right, well, save us a little something to do. We're going to join you in a little bit.
We will.
All right, thanks, Chef. Joey?
Well, we are counting down the last few days of summer vacation here on the Suncoast, but the back-to-school experience is not the same for all kids, especially those with exceptionalities. First grade teacher and owner of Next Generation Wellness, Danny Williams, is here to help us make the classroom experience better for all kids. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So I use that phrase, exceptionalities.
Yes.
Explain to us what that phrase is, what it means.
So basically that phrase means anything from intellectual, developmental, behavioral, mental accommodations and assistance that children or teenagers may need. Basically, it's another term for special needs, but putting it into a more positive, inclusive light.
All right. So
Yes.
this, I want to make sure it's important, I know, to kind of get some of the verbiage right.
Yes.
This might be what we used to call, you know, if a child was mentally disabled
Yes.
or something, but this
Absolutely.
is a different kind of take on it and a different, more acceptable phrase to use.
It is, because it's taking the disorder or disability and taking it into more of a capability and looking at their strengths, necessarily not so much their weaknesses, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're encouraging parents of all children to have some discussions before school starts about the concept of kids with exceptionalities.
Yes.
What are some ways, how can it be explained so that all kids can understand?
Well, I mean, I think it starts with us as adults and as parents and as teachers and educators of the community to kind of set the tone and the shift from what they can't do to what they can do and capitalize on what their strengths are and kind of focus on the positive, you know, capabilities that they can do. So then children are able to kind of follow suit, and once we model positivity, mindfulness, you know, patience with everyone, children kind of do it too. So yeah.
Kids can be cruel to anybody that's in the least bit different.
Right.
How do we tell them to be kind and not worry that they'll go to school and then use what you just told them to be cruel. Oh, you're different.
Right. I think that we kind of teach children about their own unique physical attributes, and not only with physical, but with interests and hobbies. I think it's important to show that we all are different in our own ways, and some children have challenges maybe neurologically where their brain is just simply wired differently, or they might have hobbies that are a little bit different, or they might react to something in a different way. So I think teaching the patience of that everybody kind of comes around, it just takes time, patience, understanding.
I like teaching that the brain is wired differently. Just like Joey has brown hair, I have blonde hair.
Right.
Your brain is better at this, my brain is better than that. Like, we're not all the same outwardly. Why would our critical thinking and brains be the same?
Right, it just goes along with, biologically we're different. Culturally, we celebrate diversity.
Sure.
So
And
I
that
think
concept
neurologically,
of different is I like better than saying, oh, that person can't read as well as you, or that person's not as smart as you. Speaking of that, what are some misconceptions that people have about kids with exceptionalities?
I think one is definitely that they're resistant to forming social relationships and socializing in general. Oftentimes it's not that they don't want to, it's just that they have a hard time with it and it's a challenge. A lot of things come easy to us. I mean, we're sitting up here talking and it comes naturally. Children with exceptionalities oftentimes need to be trained or need to go to extensive therapies to do so. It doesn't come easy to them, and we need to be understanding of that and patient and aware that they'll come around, but it just takes time and effort on everybody's end.
Late bloomers.
Exactly. I mean, everybody, we should kind of throw the timeline of expectation out the window and just let them come to it when they come to it.
I'll admit that when I was in grade school, there were kids, and at the time I think we called them special needs.
Yes.
They were in completely different classrooms than I was, and a lot of times I wouldn't want to be mean to them, so I would avoid completely because I was afraid of how they would react or that I would do something that would be upsetting to them.
That you'd say the wrong thing.
Yeah, so sometimes
Right.
when someone tries to be an ally, they back off because they're
Right.
nervous. What could you say to somebody about if they're feeling that way?
I think that putting your children and even us as adults in situations where you're including those with exceptionalities, I think is really important. The more comfortable that you become, the more you're able to initiate conversation with them and make them more comfortable. Again, it's not that they don't want to interact with you, it's just that they don't know how. So us with our tools, we're able to initiate, so why not jump right in and be the first one to say hi.
Oh, and
You see
outside
them in the classroom.
Yes.
Does it work? Do you see a difference when you have them in the classroom and the children are interacting together?
Absolutely. And I think when you put them in those firsthand experiences, children develop empathy, they develop the compassion, and they develop ultimately the understanding and the why that sometimes behaviors, or one child might get a little feisty and impulsive. It's not necessarily that they're trying to be defiant, it's just that they're trying to communicate with you, and we all kind of just need to step back and see that that's all that it is.
outside of the classroom, I know
Yes.
you do a lot of work with Next Generation Wellness with camps and workshops where you'll blend both groups of children together, the neurotypical, which is a word that you taught me,
Yes.
which would mean what I would normally say is normal,
Right.
and the kids with exceptionalities. What do you see when they're working together?
It's the best thing. So I have peer mentors for the past couple of years. I have neurotypical, quote unquote, children come in and be peer mentors and helpers, just so that they're exposed to all different abilities and capabilities. It's really neat. And then on the flip side, I have teens with exceptionalities come in to inclusive environments, mainstream, where they're able to assist and be more of that leader and have the responsibilities as like an assistant coach.
And a
if you
lot
will.
of the schools are getting really better at that too,
Yeah.
like a Best Buddies type
Right,
program.
yeah,
Where
those
so
are phenomenal.
This is a great
Right.
conversation for everyone to have with the kids. Thank you so much for this
Yep.
information. For more information on what Danny is doing with Next Generation Wellness, all of her classes and workshops and camps for all ages and capabilities, you can go to her website, Next, that's nxtgennation.com. Coming up next, how to view an upcoming meteor with South Florida Museum.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, red tide is suspected in a series of dead dolphins found around Venice and Casey Key. The remains have been taken to Moat Marine for necropsies. And why did a man open fire on police in Jacksonville last night? They fired back. The story at noon. But first, here's the forecast from meteorologist Josh Stone.
All right, Ray, we're going to check out the tropics right now, and there's a little activity in the northern Atlantic, at least the north part of the northern Atlantic, and we have this tropical storm. It's Debbie, and it's a very minimal tropical storm, 45-mile-per-hour winds, sustained, and it's moving to the north and east, and it's going to stay over the open waters and cooler waters, so that's good news. And the rest of the Atlantic, the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico is quiet at this time. As far as our forecast for today, we have highs topping out in the low 90s with partly cloudy skies.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids, all for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073. Or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
An amazing show is about to take place right up above our heads. To see it, all you have to do is stand in your own backyard and look up. The Perseid meteor shower will hit its peak August 11th through August 13th. And Jeff Rogers, the provost and COO of the South Florida Museum and Bishop Planetarium, is here to tell us all about it. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you. Happy to be here again.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Sure.
What is a Perseid meteor shower? Meteor shower.
So the Perseid meteor shower is one of the best meteor showers of the year. They happen all the time, but this can get up to 80 meteors per hour, which is a good show. So if you get outside and you really hit it at its peak, you're almost guaranteed to see some really great fireworks in the sky.
So you're seeing shooting stars all over.
We call them shooting stars, yeah, but they're really just little grains of dust left over from a comet, and our atmosphere is plowing into them. So we call them shooting stars because they look like stars, but they're not really stars.
Ah, so that's what's going on up there.
Yes, so a comet called Swift-Tuttle goes around the sun once every 133 years, and comets are messy house guests. They leave dust in their wake, and that dust just sits there in space, and as the Earth comes around its orbit each August, we plow through the debris that was left from that comet, and as that burns up in our atmosphere, that's what we see as shooting stars.
Are some years better than others in terms of our location and our spin?
Yes. So Earth's orbit is variable a little bit. So some years we can predict that we're really going to go right through the core of the dust trail that was left. Some comets we know when the peak is going to be. Say every 33 years we get a great meteor shower from their clouds. This is predicted to be a pretty good year for us. Florida's not always the best place to see these, though.
Well, this is where we are. So what do you have for tips
got.
and tricks for us to watch this thing?
So you'll always hear that it's best to see a meteor shower starting at midnight and until dawn. And most of us don't want to wake up at midnight to go outside and see what might be a good show. So I'm going to give you an out on this one.
Thank you.
For the Perseid meteor shower, you can really start looking right after the sun has really gone down, so about an hour after sunset. So what about 9:30 or so, which is good. You won't see the 80 going across the sky, but you're not going to see that anyway. What you might get is you might get what we call the Earth streakers that will come skirting across the atmosphere. And we see that earlier in the evening.
Oh, good.
Those leave the long trails in the sky. Sometimes they airburst. Those are the real show. So you won't see as many, but what you do see, if you get lucky to see one, is going to be spectacular. So if you're not going to get up at midnight to watch the Perseids, go out in the early part of the night and just spend a little time. Give yourself a half an hour for your eyes to just get yourself in a lounge chair and just look up at the sky in general.
Is there a better direction, east away from the sunset, or?
These will appear to be coming from the northeast.
Okay.
You don't want to stare at the northeast, though. You know, look up in the sky a little bit this way.
Kinda
For the
analyze.
Earth streakers, you might want to turn around and look towards the south. But really, any place you have the best chance of looking at a lot of night sky.
Well,
It's
you
not
don't
about
have
where
to
you
look up because we've got a lot going on Earth right here
Well,
at the
we do,
planetarium,
yes,
right?
and we
Tell me
absolutely
about
do.
your show.
So we've just launched a new show called The Phantom Universe, which was produced by Berkeley Laboratories in California and CERN, where the Large Hadron Collider is. It's all about the search for dark matter and all the ways that we're doing that. So it talks about what we think dark matter is, how we discovered it, and how we're trying to figure out what it is, because it remains mysterious. That's showing every Tuesday through Friday at 1:15 and every Saturday at 3:30. It's been very well received. It's a great way to get a good dose of science and how it relates to astronomy.
Yes, I'd like to know those things.
Well,
And you've got things for kids and for adults.
Every second and fourth Saturday morning, Kids Space at 10:30. Great place for kids and their families to come and learn about this stuff live with one of our astronomers.
I will see you there. Thank you so much. You can learn about the Perseid meteor shower and all the other wonders going on in the heavens and here on Earth right down at the South Florida Museum and Bishop Planetarium. For tickets and information, go to southfloridamuseum.org. We'll be right back.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular Event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular Event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Without the letters A, B, and O, there's no mom. No dad. There's no Brittany. Because A's, B's, and O's determine your blood type. And we're missing all of them. That's why the American Red Cross needs people like you to help fill the gaps. Schedule your donation at redcrossblood.org.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Every child follows a path in life.
For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Coming up tomorrow on Suncoast View, we are wrapping up back to school week. That means the summer is over. We're sending Linda back to school, well, sort of. She's going to check out what's new in school buses. You're going to see them driving around in the next couple of days as they test their routes, and we're going to talk about how parents can help prepare their kids for everything that's involved with riding the bus. Plus, we're going to talk to a local mom who's going to help me and all of the rest of us with those last-minute college dorm must-haves. Not prepared for this at all. The big shopping season is underway. We will take you down for binders in the aisles, people. This is the week we are all trying to prepare, so we're going to wrap up our back to school week with a great show coming up tomorrow. I can't believe it's the last day of summer.
I give you so much credit because you have to split sending a kid back to grade school or high school and then sending a kid to college. It's like two different things.
Fortunately, there's a 2-week break, but you should see the mess on my visa bill. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
House, I bet right now.
I know who's going to make me feel better. Chef Paul Madison and wine in the kitchen.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. Coming up today at noon, just how much has tourism taken a hit with all the red tide coverage? Well, we'll have the answer for you at noon. And our back to school coverage continues with how to help your kids do better on those ACT and SAT scores. Right now, though, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Josh Stone.
All right, Stephanie, it's going to be another warm one today with highs topping out in the low 90s. The feel-like temperature will be about 100 degrees. Expect mostly sunny skies becoming partly cloudy, and then a few isolated storms will get going in the inland counties for this afternoon. Fortunately, we have a westerly, southwesterly wind in our forecast, and people are sensitive to irritation of the red tide. That's not going to be a good thing because that westerly wind will help to bring in all that junk in the air and move that inland. Another transition day for tomorrow, low chance of rain, but over the weekend, the rain chance does pick up.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Paul from guess where? Paul Medicine from Medicines.
The many medicines
today.
Well, we had a couple things started earlier, as you saw. So we made a little boniato potato colette that just came out of the oven.
How cute are those little pans? Is it hot?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, will you explain what that word is? It sounds wonderful.
Boniato is a Latin sweet potato.
Okay.
It's a white sweet potato, so it's not bright orange or yellow.
I'm going to hold this over here for just a minute. This is the white sweet potato he's talking about in the cutest little cast iron pan ever. So in a galette is like a potato casserole, right?
Yeah, an au gratin potato, something like that. So what we did
very
was
cute.
we tossed those potatoes with a little bit of duck fat.
Oh, well, nothing's ever bad when you put it in duck fat.
Well, we're having duck with it.
Well, I get it, but that's like the best
pair these
part.
things up. So we got a little duck fat,
All
a little
right.
thyme, a little salt and pepper.
Are you using duck fat for the shallots as well?
As a matter of fact, it's all about the duck.
It's all about the duck, all right.
It's all about the duck.
Well, that imparts an amazing flavor, I'm sure.
Yeah, wonderful
Is that brown sugar?
That is almonds. These almonds.
Raw almonds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and then a lot of fresh herbs. We're making kind of a salsa verde here.
Oh boy,
so
does
I've
that
got
smell good.
some basil, and I actually pureed a little bit of the basil, almost like a little bit of a pesto. Put a drop of that in there.
Wow.
And some
Okay,
fresh orange
this is
juice.
a must-go to Madison's meal. We will post the recipe. However,
lots of steps.
Above a lot of our chef level, I suspect.
You lost me at puree.
Yeah.
All right,
Lot
so
of
we'll take
spice.
the duck. A lot of good spice. Yeah, there's 5 spices on the duck.
All right, now talk to us about cooking duck, because I've always found that rather intimidating.
And I thought it took a long, long, long time.
Well, it depends. The breast can cook very quickly. The leg takes a little bit longer to cook. I like to do a confit style on the leg, which is where you would cook it very slowly and then let it rest in its own juices overnight and then finish it the next day in a hot oven, get it kind of spicy.
Oh, wow.
The breast itself, you can kind of sear and actually keep it a little bit pink in the center. I don't like it rare, but a little medium.
It comes with a fat side, correct?
Yes.
And then you scored the fat side?
Yes.
Teach us about that.
Yep, so the fat side is the skin. And you want to score that, and what that does is release a lot of the fat and the fat to run away and gets the skin to be nice and thin and crispy.
Okay, that's where you rubbed the spices.
Yeah.
So then do you cook it both sides down?
I cook it primarily on the skin side first.
Okay, because I can see the sear on the skin
Yeah,
side.
let that fat render out, which it'll do as it cooks slowly. It'll all those all that extra fat will cook off, and the skin will get nice and thin.
And then
crispy.
total cooking time for a breast that size?
3-4 minutes in the pan, get a nice crispiness on it, and then maybe 5 minutes in the oven or so.
Oh,
like I
so,
say,
okay, you do
I
put
want
it
to
in the
leave it a
oven.
little pink in the center. I want to leave it nice and moist.
Yeah, because it's not good when it dries out.
Right.
Yeah, so Linda, we can do that real quick.
Yeah, anything quick, I'm for.
All right, now tell me about that cherry, because I'm about to put a spoon in it.
So it's time.
It smells
It's
absolutely
time.
heavenly.
So this is a cherry gastrique. So if you're taking some fresh right now.
So the Washington-style cherries, that's the ones you'd be using, not the sour? Yeah, okay.
And I use a little dry cherry and some fresh cherry. We put a little balsamic vinegar, a little bit of cinnamon.
Do you smell that?
Yes.
What else can we use this
That's
thing?
what I was going to ask.
Yeah, let's find another
Can
use
this go
for
on
this.
beef or chicken as well?
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
all of the
Bath
above.
bombs, body rub.
Right, bourbon. Sorry.
We're getting off task.
All right, now this is all part of the wine dinner, so
Yes.
let's go ahead and talk about Halter Ranch
Yeah, we should taste that.
and the character of the wine. So what are you serving this course with?
So this is a CDP, which stands for Cotes de Paso. So down in Paso Robles, you get a lot of Rhone-style wines that are growing down there. So Syrah, Grenache, Mourvedre, all those grapes are real popular down in that area.
Okay.
And this is a combination of some Syrah, some Mourvedre, some Grenache, and another wine called Tannat.
And a different style wine than you'd find in the Sonoma or the Napa because of the climate, correct?
Yeah, a little earthier, a little the warmer weather. It gets hot down there, and so those warmer weather grapes do really well. And just the spices that are in this wine, all those
wow,
all those
is
flavors
that
come out of
smooth?
right? And
the
then,
acidity is not even a factor. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
And then that dig into the duck and everything to go with it. And
Yeah.
It's kind of a neat combination.
Oh, that is a wonderful combination. I do think making menus to go with wine dinners must be the most fun part of your job.
It's so much fun. You know, we sit down with the wine first. We open the wine, we taste the wine, we go, what flavors are in here? What ingredients can we put into this dish that'll really make it work and go along with it?
Yeah.
'Cause we can't,
what a talent.
Yeah, we can always adjust the food and the seasonings and the flavors. The wine's in the bottle.
The
it's ready
wine's
to
the
go.
star,
Yeah.
as well it should be. Well, so is Chef Paul's cooking, so we absolutely love everything you're doing, and thank you for that. Chef Paul from Madison's, and of course you can find out more information about the wine dinner online. That is Halter Ranch, coming up August 23rd, correct?
August 23rd, yeah.
All right, great. Nate, great to see you. Thanks for sharing your young talents with us.
Great job.
A lot of fun. He's wonderful. All right, everyone, take time and enjoy the Suncoast View. Thanks for joining us.